Hello, and welcome to Valley View News. I'm Simone Warren.
And I'm Samantha Kline.
We start our newscast today with thousands making their voices heard in LA to fight against Trump administration policies. Over 2,000 No Kings rallies took place this weekend across the U.S. The organization's website says this demonstration unites the people of this country to fight dictatorship together. Some of President Trump's allies and conservative politicians have labeled these protests as Hate America rallies.
Los Angeles County is in a state of emergency due to ongoing immigration raids. The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors says that ICE is creating a climate of fear in LA residents. This motion allows the county to request federal and state assistance. The proclamation passed in a 4-1 vote. The state of emergency will remain in effect until tensions die down.
Over 1 million people who rely on CalFresh in LA County are at risk. Federal authorities say there is not enough funding to cover benefits for November if the government shutdown continues. The SNAP program provides monthly benefits to low-income individuals through a debit card that can be used at participating grocery stores. CalFresh recipients received a text warning them about the issue and referring them to food banks.
Over 4,000 federal employees are receiving layoff notices. These layoffs are a part of President Trump's plan to cut down the size of the federal government and as a result of the ongoing government shutdown. Trump says that one party is to blame for the mass layoffs.
And it'll be Democrat-oriented because we figure, they started this thing, so they should be Democrat-oriented. It'll be a lot, and we'll announce the numbers over the next couple of days, but it'll be a lot of people, all because of the Democrats.
Many agencies who have already laid off a large number of staff are needing to rehire workers in order to continue operations.
Turning Point USA is working to put on the All-American Halftime Show. This show is scheduled at the same time as the NFL Super Bowl halftime performance next year. Turning Point's halftime show was announced following backlash from conservatives after the Puerto Rican singer Bad Bunny was announced as this year's headliner. Turning Point is still working to put together an official show lineup.
Simone, have you been struggling to make phone calls this week?
I have. Verizon, I don't even want to pay my bill this month.
I'm with you there. I thought maybe it was just an issue with my phone, but it turns out that Verizon is experiencing mass outages across Southern California. The cell phone carrier says that fiber lines were vandalized, causing the outage. Verizon has not clarified where the fiber lines were damaged, but the outage is affecting customers in the San Fernando Valley, Santa Monica, and Greater Los Angeles area. Whether it's emergency 911 calls or basic communication, phone calls are unstable until Verizon can repair the damage.
Power lines aren't the only things being targeted. Crime rates are at an all-time high in LA. Our Hayden Standen tells us more about what stores are doing to fight back.
Whether it be diamonds or deodorant, thieves want whatever they can get their hands on. Crime is a constant issue across Los Angeles, and store owners are conscious of this. Measures being put in place to ensure that their products are being protected. While protective measures help stop thieves getting their way, they can also stop regular civilians shopping at speed. At certain stores, a button has to be pressed to call an employee over to unlock the door to the products, which can irritate customers.
I think it's a bit inconvenient, especially this being a convenience store where you're supposed to be able to go in quick and get things. I think it's sometimes the employees don't come really fast, and so it kind of is a drag when you need something quick. So I think it's kind of annoying.
Locking away products became increasingly popular after the pandemic. Store employees in LA often encounter people attempting to break the law.
He just started taking alcohol casually. No glasses, face on camera, everything, just got his stuff, went out.
Store employees are noticing the impacts of the lockups.
I think it does bring it down a little bit because then there's only certain products that they can take, without having to ask for assistance.
Regardless of the item a customer may desire, the shopping experience in the City of Angels has been altered drastically due to rising crime rates. Products aren't as accessible as they once were, but store owners will argue they have to do what they can to fight back against thieves. Thieves are hard to stop, but locks are harder to pick. From Northridge, I'm Hayden Standen for Valley View News.
Thank you, Hayden. More to come in the world of entertainment when we return to Valley View News.
Swifties rejoice. Taylor Swift is breaking records.
A popular video game movie is back for a sequel.
Girls just want to have fun, and they will, at a pop star's newly announced Vegas residency.
This and more when we return. Stay with us.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back to Valley View News. Now, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of entertainment with Danielle Sapoznic in the Digital Media Center.
Thank you, ladies. It's a busy week in entertainment, so it's time to open up the celebrity files. Drake is not getting the justice he was seeking for his defamation lawsuit against his own record label. The rapper and singer was suing Universal Music Group for publishing rapper Kendrick Lamar's song Not Like Us, in which Lamar calls Drake a certified pedophile. The district judge on the case says these claims were expressions of opinion, therefore the case was tossed. Drake's spokesperson says they intend to appeal this decision. Taylor Swift is breaking records with her 12th studio album. The Life of a Showgirl broke the record for most albums sold in 1 week, selling almost 3.5 million copies. This record was initially held by British singer Adele, who sold almost 3.4 million copies of her album 25 the week it was released. Both the album and its corresponding movie, The Official Release Party of a Showgirl, held the #1 spots on Spotify at the box office during the weekend of both releases earlier this month. In other music news, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony is just around the corner, and there are many artists set to present. Notable artists like Elton John, Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, and Missy Elliott are among those either presenting Rockin' Awards or performing at the ceremony. Inductees include Salt and Peppa, Chubby Checker, Cyndi Lauper, and many more. The induction will take place here in LA on November 8th and will be streaming live on Disney+. Getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame isn't the only thing this artist is up to. Cyndi Lauper is also doing a Las Vegas residency. As she just wrapped up her Girls Just Wanna Have Fun farewell tour in August, Lauper announced she will be performing 5 more shows at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace. The residency will run from late April until early May of next year, and tickets are available on Live Nation's website. On the topic of residencies, being just a girl in the world is not the only thing to celebrate. The popular band from the 90s, No Doubt, is reuniting at the Sphere in Las Vegas. No Doubt members, including Gwen Stefani, will be taking on 6 nights of concerts at the Sphere in May next year. This is their first extended series of performances in almost 14 years. Tickets are already available to purchase on Ticketmaster. Switching gears to the big screen, movie theaters should get ready for more children to be shouting "Chicken Jockey!" A Minecraft movie sequel is in the works.
Anything you can dream about, you can create.
Jarrett Hess is returning to direct the movie, and Jason Momoa, who was among the cast of the first movie, is set to co-produce. News of the sequel may not be a shock to some, as the first movie is still this year's highest-earning film at the box office, and brought in over $950 million worldwide. Warner Bros. Pictures revealed the sequel is expected to be released during the 2027 summer season. It's time to bring out your apple-bottom jeans from the early 2000s. The footwear brand Crocs is teaming up with rapper T-Pain for its new release of boots with the fur. Crocs says the new classic unforgettable leopard knee-high boot is its tallest silhouette yet, standing at 35.4 inches. The brand says with its 17 gibbet charms, chains, and embellishments, this footwear blends eye-catching style with everyday comfort. The drop is now available online worldwide. That's all I have for you in entertainment. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Danny. From the world of entertainment to some big brand news, 2 household names are making headlines with fresh looks and fun collaborations.
Lay's is revealing the biggest brand redesign in its 100-year history. The popular chip brand is eliminating artificial flavors and colors from all Lay's products. Lay's baked and Lay's kettle-cooked chips will have 40% less fat than before. The new chips can be found on the shelf in a redesigned bag starting early next year.
Starbucks is teaming up with Hello Kitty and releasing new merch as the holiday season approaches. Both franchises have loyal fan bases, leaving consumers wondering how they have never collabed before. The drop will include a Hello Kitty plush dressed in the iconic green apron, as well as tumblers, mugs, and cold cups. The collection will be available starting November 6th in the U.S. and Canada.
More to come in the world of sports when we return to Valley View News.
The NBA season tips off with big matchups on both coasts.
Jordan Love and Patrick Mahomes headline a packed NFL weekend.
A major MLB coach announced his retirement.
This along with weather after the break.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Valley View News. We're going to pass it over to Hayden Standen, who will give us the latest updates in sports.
Thank you, Samantha and Simone. Good news, sports fans, the NBA is back. The season is just getting started, but there are some big early season matchups coming up. A repeat of the Eastern Conference semi-finals. The Boston Celtics will travel to New York to play the Knicks. Taking a look at the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Lakers will host the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. In the world of football, Jordan Love will be facing off against a very physical defense as the Packers travel to Pittsburgh to face off against the Steelers. The New York Giants will face the Philadelphia Eagles. The two teams met earlier this month and the Giants came out on top. However, Jalen Hurts will be eager to help his team get revenge. The Broncos will be looking to keep Dak Prescott quiet as they face the Dallas Cowboys. Josh Allen and the Bills will be looking to breeze past the Panthers. And for Monday Night Football, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will take centre stage. They will be hosting the Washington Commanders. In other football news, sports analyst Mark Sanchez is facing a felony battery charge. The retired NFL quarterback found himself in an altercation with a truck driver that ended in him being stabbed. The pair were arguing over parking space and they both came away from the incident with significant injuries. A felony battery charge has a maximum sentence of 1 to 6 years in prison. In baseball, Mike Schultz has retired from his role as the San Diego Padres manager. His decision arrived just 9 days after his team were eliminated from the playoffs by the Chicago Cubs. Schultz had 2 years left on his contract and says he is proud of what he achieved during his time at the Padres, but he has to take care of himself now. In the world of fighting, UFC 321 will see heavyweight title holder Tom Aspinall go up against Cyril Gane. The Englishman is the heavy favourite, but don't count Gane out. Elsewhere, Umar Nurmagomedov is looking to bounce back from his first ever loss. Mario Batista stands in his way, and Batista is currently on an 8-fight win streak. That's all I have for you in the world of sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Hayden. Samantha, I think we need to talk about the weather lately.
I know. 1 minute it was bright, then we had a big storm, and now it's sunny again.
I know. I don't know whether to keep my umbrella with me or leave it at home. George, are we in for another crazy week?
Don't worry, guys. Yes, you can put those umbrellas away because it's actually going to be nice out this week. There will be a slight cool down heading into Halloween Day, just in time to break out the costumes and enjoy a night of trick-or-treating. Clear, sunny skies are expected in the valley except on Sunday, with slight cloud coverage anticipated. The valley will be relatively warm with highs ranging from the low 80s to the low 70s. Grab a jacket after sunset. The overnight lows will be in the mid to lower 50s. Downtown LA will also see clear skies except on Sunday with slight cloud coverage. Highs will be in the comfortable mid to upper 70s. Lows will range from the mid to upper 50s. The nice mid-season temperature are the perfect excuse to get outside and do something. Did someone say the summer season is over? Not for the Inland Empire, where temperatures are expected to remain somewhat high this week, with clear skies. Slight cloud coverage is expected on Sunday. Highs will remain in the lower 80s, and lows will be in the mid-50s. As the coastal temperatures start to cool down, the beaches will be relatively clear, with slight cloud coverage throughout the week. Coastal highs will range from the mid-70s to the upper 60s. Lows will be in the mid-50s. That's all for me with this week's weather forecast. Back to you guys.
Thank you, George. You know, it's good to know that the weather is calming down. I cannot stand driving on the freeway in the rain. I don't know about you.
Well, there may be another danger to consider while on the road. Tesla is under investigation as there have been dangerous complications with the self-driving features in its cars. The feature has led multiple cars to run red lights and drive on the wrong side of the street. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the self-driving mode chaos has already resulted in over 12 crashes and over 20 injuries. Tesla says the self-driving system repeatedly tells users to be ready to intervene at any time.
Hollywood is freaking out over OpenAI's new video generator. Sora 2 allows users to generate short, vertical videos using artificial intelligence. App users have already begun generating videos with famous figures, both dead and alive, including Robin Williams, Queen Elizabeth II, and Jake Paul. The Motion Picture Association has already made a statement against OpenAI, demanding immediate action against the content on the app that infringes on copyrighted media.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll sit down with a freelance writer for Britannica to talk about the impacts of AI on jobs in the journalism field.
And an Oktoberfest celebration in Palos Verdes is making room for man's best friend. We'll be right back.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
I surrender.
All right, pal.
Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Can I play with it?
No, absolutely not. It's not a toy. You know that. Anyway, I need it to protect you, your sister, and Mom.
But what about the 8 kids who get shot every day by mistake?
Where'd you hear that?
Where do you keep it?
It's hidden.
I bet it's on the top shelf of the closet, under your sweatshirts. Is it loaded? Remember when I found my Christmas gift? You always told me to be curious.
No, that's not what I meant.
And when it's just me and Mom, I could use the gun to protect her.
No, Justin, I promise. I'm always here for you.
But Dad, you're not always here.
Welcome back to Valley View News. Artificial intelligence is being integrated into almost every job market. Our Danielle Sapoznic is sitting down with a freelance writer for Encyclopedia Britannica to discuss the impacts AI has on the journalism job market. Danielle?
Yes, thank you, Simone and Samantha. Joining me today is Britannica's multifaceted freelance writer, Carl Montevirgin. Carl, welcome to the show. We're happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So I wanted to start off by asking you if you use AI tools, and if so, do you think that they help you with your writing process?
Yes, depending on the client, because I have many, I use it in different ways. I look at AI as kind of a genius assistant. I always have to double check the work when I ask it to do research tasks. But it definitely helps speed things up. It makes things relatively more efficient, but you also have to be careful and double check, sometimes triple check the work to make sure it's not quote unquote hallucinating, because it sometimes does that.
Yeah. So from using AI, do you think that's helped you gain or lose job opportunities?
That's a good question. I think it can help someone definitely get into the market. Fortunately, I've been doing this for many years, so I have a few solid anchor clients. I'm not, in other words, I'm not looking for new clients. However, I've had a few smaller clients who have let go their content writers, for instance, who have reduced, my work hours because they're generating most of their content using a chat bot, which I don't really recommend. Yeah. But if the question is whether extending your question, whether journalists, writers, content writers will lose jobs, yes. The answer is yes.
Yes. Okay. I want to go more into them losing jobs a little bit later on. I wanted to start by switching gears a little bit into journalism. How do you think AI is going to change the journalism as a whole?
Well, it'll speed things up in terms of analyzing information, gathering information. I had a few assistants who I'd asked to research this area or research this topic, and it would take them time to compile, to read, to analyze, to put it together in a manner that, that I can use. AI will do that in a matter of seconds. So it'll speed things up, potentially make the process more efficient. And really that's the advantage of AI in the field of journalism, content writing, anything related to gathering and writing about topics, about information.
Yeah, so do you think that with journalism, how we have all the standards of fact checking and maintaining, like, being ethical, do you think AI will ever be able to have those standards, like, will be able to fulfill those standards on their own?
On their own, I'm really not sure. AI has, the difference between, say, ChatGPT 3 and ChatGPT 5 Pro in just a matter of years has gone beyond what most people have expected. As far as ethical standards, as far as fact-checking, AI is good at finding lots of facts, but I think that's where you need the human touch, or rather human supervision, to make sure that those things are correct and verifiable, despite what a chatbot will say.
And do you think AI will ever be able to give, like, a human perspective, or gives perspectives as well as humans can?
Yes and no. It depends on who's using the chatbot. For instance, if you're a person who works in, say, multiple domains, who asks complex, intelligent, nuanced questions, who has a very critical view or a critical sense of inquiry, AI will, or your chatbot, depending on what chatbot you use, will pick up on those nuances. However, somebody who doesn't, it will not. That's just my experience. I can't really give you any evidence of that. So in other words, two people may be using, say, the same chatbot, but one person's an out-of-the-box thinker, the other person's not. Chances are the person who is an out-of-the-box thinker will generate, the chatbot will generate some interesting content, whereas the person who's not, it'll generate standard content. So whether it provides a human perspective or not, it really depends on the user. It can simulate it and sometimes get pretty close to it. But beyond that, I'm really not sure.
Yeah, so jumping into the job security. So when you're thinking about maybe 10 or 5 to 10 years from now, do you think you or other journalists are going to go through losing their jobs?
Oh, it's happening now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's already happening. And it depends on the company that's implementing an AI system. Some companies don't pay much attention to the type of content they're generating, and they don't realize that, for instance, that the content they're generating is very generic. If they can't tell, then then chances are they're going to lay off a bunch of their, say, journalists or content writers. I'm hoping that in media journalism, that's not going to be the case, but it's certainly something that I've seen in the content field in general across different industries and sectors.
Do you know, for our last question, do you know how AI is beneficial for the newsroom?
It's like a very brilliant assistant who can gather, who can point the direction to certain topics depending on what you're going after. It can gather facts, it can analyze things. It can do things that many humans can't. However,
we are out of time. But thank you, Carl, for joining us today to talk about AI impacts on journalism. We really appreciate your insight on the topic, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Danielle. Simone, have you picked out your Halloween costume yet?
No, I need to get on it. Halloween is just around the corner.
I know it's coming up fast, but be warned when you head to the Halloween stores, the prices might be a bit of a jump scare. Those planning on trick-or-treating might be in for more tricks than treats this year, as Halloween costume prices have risen to an average of $115 per person. The increase in price is due to recently passed tariffs on items produced outside of the United States. Small manufacturers are struggling the most, lacking the scale to absorb the extra costs. This means fewer affordable options for families this Halloween.
A South Carolina couple is taking Halloween decorations to the extreme, making their house look like it's on fire. Sam Lee and Amanda Riggins used orange lights and a smoke machine to create the fiery illusion. It looked so real that neighbors started calling 911. The local fire department got several calls as soon as the display went up. Now, the couple is asking neighbors to enjoy the spooky setup without calling for help.
We're now going to take you to an Oktoberfest that's bringing the community together with food, fun, and dogs. Our George Sakers tells us more.
Thank you, Samantha and Simone. Every year, the Bavarian tradition of Oktoberfest kicks off the fall season in LA. The city hosts dozens of events around town celebrating all things beer. The South Coast Botanical Garden is putting on its own version of the event, but with a surprising twist: dogs. This is no ordinary beer festival. Dogtoberfest is a canine and beer-loving celebration that brings together the local community, dog lovers, craft beer vendors, and appeals to people of all ages, including families. German-inspired music and dog racing are taking center stage throughout the event.
So we thought about what's just the craziest thing that we can do, and Dogtoberfest sort of emerged, where we're bringing together this mashup of, Oktoberfest fun with dogs.
People from all over the city made it out to the unique event. Many of them are excited to get a chance to race their dogs in the Zumi Derby, which has been a crowd favorite. The dogs are randomly split into pairs of two in a head-to-head style triathlon. Winners receive a first-place medal and a doggy goodie basket.
Yeah, well, she had the motivation, right? Because she's a little bit anxious and nervous, and so with all the people, I think she just wanted to run for her life.
Adults 21 plus are invited to enjoy the Dogtoberfest lager, which is being sold exclusively at the event. To protect and preserve sensitive plant areas, pet-free zones are scattered around the garden. On the way out, guests are invited to stop by Vendor Village, which is packed with pet-friendly merchandise, all supplied by local vendors. Offering a unique twist on a staple seasonal event, Dogtoberfest sets itself apart from the rest. Tails are wagging and heads are shaking in approval of the festivities. From Palos Verdes, I'm George Sakers for Valley View News. Back to you guys.
That's all for us at Valley View News. I'm Simone Warren.
And I'm Samantha Kline. For stories any time of the day, see our YouTube channel at Valley View News and our Instagram page at Valley View News CSUN.